I wasn't planning on doing a review for Anyone But You, but as it was Valentine's Day, the missus wanted a date night. We ended up at the cinema. She chose this film and I was ready to go. Go Back Home. This is a romantic comedy directed by Will Gluck. He did Friends with Benefits. And remember that film with Justin Timberlake? So at least he's got experience in the rom-com genre. And it stars emerging movie stars Glen Powell and Sydney Sweeney, who it seems is featured in many films currently. Their chemistry was electric and could help explain why it became such a box office hit. The film came out right at the end of 2023, December 26th in the UK, I believe. And my screening was busy when I eventually saw it on Valentine's Day. Must have had great word of mouth. Never heard of this film. As a rom-com, it felt like a throwback to how the films at that time were made. It felt like this was a film for adults and actually for their consumption as opposed to general TikToking we get for films in this genre. Hallmark and Netflix, I'm looking at you. I mean, there's even sex in this film. I honestly haven't seen a couple gear on in a mainstream Hollywood movie since Top Gun Maverick, but even in there they were fully clothed and both over 60. Still, it was very romantic. The opening 20 minutes was actually decent, with some LOL moments. But then the film falls into the formulaic trap of what a rom-com should be, with the stereotypical cliches both in the story and with the characters. Examples? Okay, I'll give you an example. The classic trope of needing to get back with an ex as an obstacle to overcome commitment issues with the potential new flame. Yeah, well, Sydney Sweeney's got that slick Rick looking guy, Matt from Gran Turismo, and Alec Baldwin, he's got his ex from Australia. But it's a rom-com. We know what's actually gonna happen. Now, this film is also another adaptation of a William Shakespeare play, and for this one it's Much Ado About Nothing. To be fair, I enjoy that play and I can see some of the aspects of that play in this film, but it's not a carbon copy. It's loosely based. They made it a bit obvious when they have that Shakespeare quote printed on the wall of Glen Powell's apartment or just outside. I don't want to make it bait or anything, but Anyone But You was surprisingly entertaining, and it seems as if everyone involved had a great time when you watch the outtakes and the credits. And the film's exterior locations were shot well, as it's set in Australia, so, incredibly looking, incredible looking. Yeah, that's how I'd describe the aesthetic. It did feel a little contrived, with the friends trying to hook our main characters up, and slow paced at times with the sentimental bits. But I had a good time regardless. It is worth going to the cinema with your friends, date night. Yeah, why not?